Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're definitely doing something different than I had intended. We were actually going to check for vacuum leaks using a smoke machine, but the smoke machine did not ride. I do have a home-built smoke machine over there, but it works not very good. It doesn't smoke a lot. So I decided to buy a professional machine, but like I said, it has not arrived. So we got a backup video, and that backup video is, yep, we're going to be installing LED lights in the footwell of my Volvo 945, but I'm gonna do it with a little bit of a twist. So I'm actually gonna show you guys a neat trick of how you can make these completely plug and play. Like all you gotta do is some preparation, then you walk over to the car and there's just like one connector, smack, and then you have everything connected. This is what you're gonna get in the kit. You get an LED controller, you get 4 LED strips. They're about 31.5, 32 centimeters long. Then you get this little adapter here that you can use to plug into. In this case, I've just used a phone charger to plug it into, but you can plug it into a cigarette outlet or something like that. But what we're gonna be doing today is we're actually going to modify this thing to hotwire this thing into the car using a pre-made connector that is in the car. So once this is all said and done, we're gonna put this connector instead of this connector. We're gonna modify this thing onto here, and then we'll extend this. We'll make it a little bit longer. And then we'll be able to just plug this thing into the car, plug this guy right here into that, and then everything should work. And then we can just place these out wherever we want them. Right, so let's start off by modifying this wire right here. So let's start by cutting this thing off. On these connectors, the positive is always the one in the middle, and the negative is always one on the outside. Just gonna cut this thing off. We won't be needing that. There we go. Inspect them, make sure the shielding is really untouched. These are very tiny wires. I'm gonna be soldering these later. And fortunately for us, these are color coordinated already. So we have a black one and a red one. Just gonna confirm that the black one actually is the negative one. Looks fine. All right, so in the passenger footwell, we do have a connector. I believe it is a male connector like this one right here. This is gonna be, and we actually have a yellow one too. So we have a yellow one and we have a black one. And these are actually for accessories, like Volvo original accessories for like phones and whatever. These are just gonna be sitting up there kind of tucked away, but these have everything that you will ever need. You have ignition, radio mode, like you have ignition 1, 2, you have ground, you have battery power, you even have, it's where you, it's the dimmer, basically, for you know, the little dial where you can dim the instrument cluster. Yeah, you can get that signal. I think that affects the voltage. So that's not going to be available. This is not a dimmable product, so that's not going to be available to us today. So first things first, let's check out what kind of connector, if we have a male or female on the car, and then we'll take it from there. All right? All right, so let's see if we can find some connectors. They should be located around this area, somewhere around here. But in order to get there, we need to remove this piece of plastic underneath here first. In order to do that, we need to use this flathead screwdriver. You just give these guys, just give these pieces of plastic a turn. Yeah, so you give them like a quarter of a turn, and then they'll pop out. You can see you have a flathead screwdriver size right there. Something like that. This is gonna be one of those almost impossible to film moments. All right, so let's see if we can do this. So the connectors, I can actually see them. They are up here somewhere. There they are. There. Do you guys see them? See, there's the black one and the yellow one. Those are the ones we're gonna be pulling down right now. Well, I'm actually not able to pull them out for you guys, but I can get the connectors down here. There's the yellow one, the black connector. All right, so what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna take these connectors, and now we're gonna pin them with the correct outputs. And these outputs are listed on Volvo's website. And how do you get a hold of like the wires for this connector? Well, I can link the number for these connectors, like the pins, in the description below, but my best bet would be to just go to a junkyard, find these connectors. They're all over inside on the connector side to like underneath the dash and stuff. Just get one, cut it off, use the wires, and you'll be good to go. We're actually going to be using the yellow connector because it was more suitable. We have pin number 1, which would be ground. We have pin number 2, which is ignition, step 1 and 2 on the ignition barrel. So that will always have a constant supply of power once the car is running, which is what we want. Pin number 3 is blank, and pin number 4 is battery positive. So just to keep things simple for us today, we're going to be putting the red wire here. We're going to put that into connector or pin number 2 into this yellow connector, and we're going to put the black one in pin number 1. So ignition and ground. That's all we need for this little build. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up for you guys, and we'll get back when everything's hooked up here. All right, so let's check this out. All I'm gonna do is gonna connect this to the car, plug and play. There we go. Now let's plug this in here. I'm actually a little bit excited to see if this works. It's definitely gone now. Oh, look at that. It works. So you can actually leave it right there. You can have it red, for example. You can turn the ignition off. And then we come back. I don't know why it's got flash blue, but yeah, this works. You can pick any color you like, and it's really, really quick, this thing. Awesome. All right, so let's get these striped up around the car, and then I'll get back to you guys.